Hello, it's Saturday, July 20th. I hope you're having a great weekend. I just moved into my new bachelor pad. As you can see, it's pretty huge, and I just got some stuff up for the regular bachelor. I recommend the following items, magazines, if you don't have these in your bachelor pad. Being a guy who's into women and not gay, it's starting off, number one. That way your place doesn't look so boring when people visit you. It gives them a sense of comfort to sit down and read something. The Rolling Stones. You know these four guys. If you don't know who they are, I don't know what to tell you. I really don't know what to tell you. Seriously. Something seriously wrong if you don't know the name of these four right here. Okay? Got it? Comprende? Mick Jagger. I hope you'll know. And other bands live. Can't go wrong there. Especially Jack Black. A lot like Love movie. Can't go wrong there in his CDs. Tells it like it is. Number two. Playboy. Can't go wrong there. Can't go wrong at all. Number three. For those women damsels in distress when they visit, you might want to have Nicholas Sparks. Being a fan of his. The Notebook. Look at that one. Need I say more? Such lips. Not just puppy lips. Next one. Carrying on, let's turn to the Bible. Catholic reading from last weekend's Mass. We're going to go to Deuteronomy 30-10 through 14. The reading from the book of Deuteronomy. Moses said to the people, "If only you would heed the voice of the Lord your God and keep his commandments and statutes that are written in his book of the law. When you return to the Lord your God with all your heart and all your soul, for this command that I enjoin on you today is not too mysterious and remote for you. It is not up to the sky, that you should say, who will live in the sky to get it for us and tell us that we may carry it out? Nor is it across the sea, that you should say, who will cross the sea to get it for us and tell us of it, that we may carry it out. No, it is something very near to you, already in your mouth and in your hearts. You have only to carry it out. The word of the Lord, thanks be to God." Next one, Bible reading the Father talked about on base. A reading from the letter of St. Paul to Colossians 1-15 through 20. Christ Jesus is the image of invisible God, the firstborn of all creation. For in him we are created in all things. A reading from the letter of St. Paul to Colossians, as it was written. For in him we created all things in heaven and earth, the visible and invisible, whether thrones or dominions or principalities or powers. All things were created through him and for him. He is before all things, and in him all things hold together. He is the head of the body, the church. He is the beginning, the firstborn from the dead, that in all things he himself might be permanent. For in him all the fullness was pleased to dwell, and through him to recycle all things for him, making peace by the blood of his cross through him, whether those on earth or those in heaven. The word of the Lord, thanks be to God. In the name of the Father, Amen. Amen. And peace be amongst you wherever you are in the world. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. God be with you, especially you children out there in the world, holding on to your dreams. You're never alone, and certainly not the last. Not if I can help it. At least here, there's always comfort in knowing you have a sense of belonging, a sense of being wanted. Always follow your dreams. Do the right thing every day. Be kind to others as they are to you. Even if you don't get the same in return, remember, in God's eyes, we're all equal, at least in mine. Much love, especially you women. And moving right along into what about what was spoken at the Mass, we'll see what Janelle Esker has to say on this topic, on those two readings. And she starts off with, who is my neighbor, for example. The scholar asked Jesus, if you ask me, I have answered. A neighbor watches your house while you're tending your loved one or your yard. One in the hospital, a neighbor cares for your baby while you're in an emergency. medicine. A neighbor comes over at 10 p.m. to investigate why your water is off. That fits what Jesus answered, the one who's treated the injured man with mercy. When we're on mercy receiving it, the provider doesn't much matter. We're just glad to receive it. The boogeyman could have come over to fix my water at 10 p.m. and I'd have to be grateful. Then why are we sometimes stingy, judgmental, or discriminating against those in need of mercy? We like to think we're a good Samaritan, merciful even to someone we dislike. But if we're honest, we admit we're often the priests of a lie, not just passing by someone in need, but going out my way to pass on the opposite side. We forget how strongly Jews and Samaritans hated each other, and that we are too capable of such distaste and disregard. When we're in need of mercy, we're accepted without complaints, no matter who it comes from. May we be generous with our mercy without determining whether someone is worthy of it, for God has showered mercy on us. We are sinners and deserving of such grace. If God is so generous to us, who are we to withhold mercy from others? In other words, be kind to others as they are to you. Don't be judgmental. Don't let ignorance follow you. Cast it away. Even Italians don't have time for ignorance. Stay away from drama. It helps. I give advice because it's free. I'm a friend to many because I tell it like it is. Watch your health. That's my second advice. It'll catch up with you in the end. After all, you are what you eat. There are things you can always do that don't cost much money. For instance, this is not a baseball bat that the New York Yankees Derek Jeter would use, unless he was really in a not very good mood. I'm sure he tries this out once in a while, other than golf. Tennis. I'm so squared away, guess where I put the ball. Sometimes it ends up there hitting that thing at 90 miles an hour, which is why I rarely play it, because I don't want to take their head off. That wouldn't look too good. When I play with a wounded whale, I gotta slow down. My arm hurts, kind of feeling. Golly, gotta be kind, thoughtful. Thoughtfulness is nothing goes wrong with it. Just try it. Trust me. People remember thoughtfulness, not selfishness. Moving right along, I'm going to read you something that Theodore Roosevelt once quoted. Always in the arena. Critic who counts not the man who points out how the strong man is, or where the doer of deeds could have been done from the better. The critic, the man who is actually in the arena, who faces is marred by dust, shed blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes short again, because there is no effort without error and shortcoming. But to strive to the deeds, who knows how great enthusiasm the great, who spends himself in a worthy cause, who at the best knows in triumph of high achievement, who is at the worst if he fails, while daring greatly, so that his places shall never be those cold souls who neither know victory nor defeat. There's another quote I go by that his wife, Miss Roosevelt, once quoted, and she said that dreams are for those who believe in the beauty of them. I should read up on sometime quotes on presidents. You'd be surprised. Some of them might actually touch the personality characteristics of yourself. Define who you are. Helps you stay knowledgeable and educated. Also, being square away on my cheek, I'm cracking down on suicide prevention all over the world. If you know someone, especially someone in the military, again, I mentioned in previous videos, write this down. Call, reach out to them, say, hey, I know this number, they've got professionals on there, they trust me, and they answer all kinds of calls. There's no such thing as a stupid question. 1-800-273-8255 or suicidepreventionlifeline.org. Save a life. Better to do something. Half the time the symptoms aren't there, other than depression or feeling sad. Better to be a person, a real friend, than somebody just as guilty who just did nothing. Got it? Get that word out. Alright. Save a life. Also, today, there's a Army show going on today on base from times at 2 p.m. and 7:30 p.m. at the Wilson Theater. It's free. Bring your family. Square yourselves away with something to do. Amazing show of active duty talent. Other than what's going on in MWR and your local newspaper, the Courier magazine. Check that out. Square yourself away. Let's see what's going on. Soldier NCO skills tested in combat zone by Sergeant Justin Moore, 4th Brigade Combat Team. So you know the 4th Brigade Combat Division is soon to stand down in October. God bless you for all those who's going to be going into other ranks, other replenishments, the whole division. Remember to always have a plan, whether it's college, careerbuildermonster.com. There's always help out there, even on Department of Veterans Affairs. There's no question there's a stupid question. They'll tell you the difference between GI 911 and GI Bill, the regular one for all you military out there. No soldier left behind, especially right here on this channel. Check it out. You can read up sometime. That way you know what's what and who's changing command. As you can see, the squared away soldier doing the competition. Specialist Christian Walker, Cavalry Scout with 1st Squad and 61st Cavalry Regiment, 4th Brigade Combat Team, Curry, 101st Airborne Division, participating in the Soldier of Quarter contest with a single Chanel ground and airborne radio system advanced system improvement program radio into operation at forwarding operating base Salerno, Afghanistan, Sunday at 11. Specialist seeing Seapool Infantry. Then with the 2nd Battalion 506 Infantry Regiment, 4th BCT fires an M9 pistol at target while competing for soldier at the quarter forward operating base in Afghanistan Sunday. God bless. It's not easy sitting there doing a bunch of operating and trying to get a radio to work. Unless it's down here. In there, down there. Blew it away. Also, 4th BCT soldier killed in action. Needed release. A Fort Campbell soldier died Monday while on mounted patrol in Pakitia Province, eastern Afghanistan, when his vehicle was struck by a rocket-propelled grenade. Staff Sergeant Sonny Christopher Zinnerman, 25, of Waynefield, Ohio, was assigned to Company A, 1st Battalion, 506 Infantry Regiment, 4th Brigade Combat Team, 101st Airborne Division, as Infantry Squad Leader. He joined the Army in June 2005. God bless you, ma'am, sir, and those who pray for him. Zimmerman awards included Purple Heart, 3 Army Commendations Medals, 2 Army Achievement Medals, 2 Army Good Conduct Medals, a National Defense Service Medal, 3 Afghanistan Campaign Medals, a Global War on Terrorism Service Medal, a Non-Commissioned Officer Professional Development Ribbon, Army Service Ribbon, 3 Overseas Ribbon, a NATO Medal, a Combat Infantry Badge, and an Air Assault Badge. Zimmerman was survived by his wife. God bless you, ma'am. Morgan C. Zimmerman of Lima, Ohio. His stepdaughter Riley A. McViver of Lima, Ohio. And his parents Chris I. Zimmerman, Waynesville, Ohio. And Michael Fishbach of Jennings, Ohio. God bless you all. My heart goes out to you. Remember what I said in the previous video. When you miss them most and they're always in your heart, look up at night. You see them staring back down at you. That's the... See, that's him right there. God. Remember, your health becomes first before anything. Otherwise, you're not going to be any good to anybody else. Watch your health, especially all you out there in the whole world watching this channel. I know it's not easy serving being abroad. It never is. So take time for yourself. Take time for others. Even if it's a 30-minute nap at work, you'd be surprised what it would do for your health. There are all kinds of things to do that don't cost much money. I've done fishing, camping, nightclubs, fireworks blasting, tennis, go to the gym, take your frustrations out there and settle on your family. Capiche? Kids, watch your health, keep reading, stay educated, you'll be alright. Much do.